Hey, it's me. Today, I'm doing another episode of Thrift Store Makeovers. This is honestly one of my favorite series that I do. Every time we have a very different experience because it's only limited to what I can find in a thrift store. And there are many things to be found in thrift stores. Today's victim, I actually did find in a thrift store. Insert footage of that. No, wait, I forgot to take footage of that. Never mind. It's not important. It is a small recipe box. So I guess you use like index cards, write a little recipe, you store them in a box. At least people did in like the 50s, I think. I don't know about that. You know what? I don't know how y'all live. Maybe you use a recipe box and that's totally fine, dear. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even cook.
Just ignore me.
I'm not. Good. I'm filming this intro after the fact, so I've already painted it. My hair, honestly, it should not just be like laying on the table like this. But yeah, I'm excited to show you what I do on this box. I think that you're gonna like it. Let's get started with that. Alrighty, well, here is my crusty little recipe box that I paid $3 for. It says, "Our recipes," which sounds like it's trying to be romantic or something.
Our recipes.
It's very sweet. What's not sweet is how incredibly dirty this thing is. It is dirty, okay? Clearly, it's been sitting on someone's kitchen counter for years, possibly decades, just collecting bits of food splatter and
Yuck.
it opens like that. You need to get that under control. Pretty roomy inside. Welcome to my video. And ooh, it left me a little present. Black crumbs. That is gross. Now, one of the reasons I chose this is because I like that there are nice flat surfaces to work with. And this is where the magic is gonna happen. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't know why I keep opening and closing it. It's not that interesting. Oh, this thing is grossing me out just looking at it. So let's get to work. Pulling that sticker off. And oh, my hero, come save us from this nastiness. So I went to work cleaning this, and I mean the film of greasy sludge, that did come off. Yeah. But most of the little marks and spots on it, they're hanging on. So those are here to stay, I guess. Don't you get it? We don't like you. Doesn't really matter all that much. It's gonna get painted anyway. I don't know. I like to get a fresh start if possible. Okay, this feels so much better. So let's change the background. This means business. And I'll just, interact with it a little bit.
Getting to know you.
Okay, gesso time. Breaking my gesso open, going for a dip, and we're off. We're off. I'm covering the whole box in gesso. As it often happens, my gesso time is my thinking time because I currently don't have an idea for what I'm gonna paint on this box whatsoever. So I know that I have the time that it takes for me to gesso this to come up with my idea. So I'm just thinking, what do I do? Time is going by. I'm sure the idea will come. It'll come. I'm getting closer and closer to being done with my gesso, and the idea is still not here. Now, I'm almost done with the gesso, and what in the world am I gonna paint? And then it all goes black, because for the first time I failed to come up with an idea by the time I was done gessoing, and I was so traumatized by that, it took me almost a week to come back to this. But finally, I did. I'm back with different nails. I wanted to do the full rainbow on my nails, but I don't have enough fingers, so that's kind of annoying.
Why don't I have more fingers?
Anyway, right, the box. I think I know what I want to do. Starting with a bit of blue. Actually, a lot of blue. So here we go. Oh, very nice. Wonderful. 9 out of 10. Okay. I'm gonna paint this entire box blue. Oh, weird. It looks kind of like green paint. Well, because the green paper is reflecting onto the paint. Fascinating. But, this is fun. It's a simple part of the process that is just so calm and enjoyable. It's just so easy and nice. I put on a few extra coats, nice and thick, over
our recipes.
Because, it's not our recipes anymore. This is just mine box. Okay, now the box is fully blue. So I'm going to start on this side panel. Let me get working on the sketch, which you cannot see at all. Like, where is it? Well, it looks like I'm doing nothing. Well, let me just start the painting here and try to explain what it is you're looking at. I thought since this was a recipe box, I could paint some food on it. But then that didn't seem interesting enough. So I decided let's not do just any normal food. No. I'm going to paint food using my own recipes. recipe box recipes, not real recipes, because I can barely follow a recipe, let alone invent one. But I'm going to kind of invent some little food creations. Basically, I'm taking typically savory foods and turning them into desserts. We got pizza, a sandwich, and oh look, this is a familiar face.
It's not a face.
It's a dessert taco. I made a squishy out of it, and then I made a real life version of it, and now I'm painting it. So this is not the first time that I've done something with this idea, but the sandwich and the pizza are new. So the dessert pizza looks like it's some sort of bread, maybe it's cake, I don't know, with a chocolate layer on the bottom. You can see that it's like creeping out of there, and then some white frosting, maybe it's marshmallow fluff. And then some little chocolate pepperonis. The sandwich looks like cake bread and some nice thick frosting in the center and a drippy fudge layer on top. It's cavities, but so good. I've gotten the basic under layer done, and we're going for another layer to really build up the color. Make sure it's nice opaque color we've got going on here. And boom, now it is fun time. Ooh, my favorite. I'm gonna start bringing in more of the details and neatening up any of the messy areas, making sure everything is looking nice and fresher. Sorry. And here it is, all looking pretty nice, except there is something majorly wrong, and if you don't know what I mean, I'll say it with a song. By the way, I did mean to rhyme there. Okay, to the song. As usual, the sprinkles have done their magic. They are looking
freaking awesome.
Finally, I'm adding little highlights. I usually say juicy highlights, so I guess
Juicy highlights.
And I like this, but I think it's a little bit floaty.
What?
It's floating. Okay. So I added a blue shadow type of thing underneath just to give it a home. Added my signature, fix up the little edges so those are nice and crisp. And there, we've got my fake recipes. But we can't be lopsided. I laid down some wax paper so I don't scratch up the paint while I'm working on the other side. And now I'm gonna put a couple more of
my recipes.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that now. Just one more time.
My recipes.
Okay, now I'm done. Okay, so here we go with the painting. Excuse me, drainting. How could I make such a mistake? Oh, hey, I just have one quick announcement. I am having an end of summer clean out sale on my store. We are making room for some new merchandise, so a bunch of the items that are currently in the store are gonna be on sale, significantly discounted. Once these specific items do sell out, they will not be coming back. So this is really the last chance to get them. As always, the link to the store is in the description. And now I'm doing all these little close-ups here, so you can't really tell what's going on, but you will see my drainting in a second when I'm done being all aesthetic and whatnot. So honestly, I don't know what caught my attention with this box when I was at the thrift store. I mean, there's really nothing spectacular about it at all. It's literally just a small, plain wooden box. But I thought it might work well for a makeover because it was just so unremarkably plain. But then when I brought it up to pay for it, the cashier was like, "Oh my goodness, that's so cute." And I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
I couldn't bring myself to say, "Oh, actually, I bought it because I was looking for something ugly enough to give a makeover to." So I just, smile and nod.
Oh yes, it's my favorite. I love old recipe boxes with other people's food sludge all over it.
She was probably just trying to be nice. She also complimented the other thing that I bought, which I also bought for a makeover, but I don't want to spoil it. Maybe just a quick flash. Oh, did you see it? Here it is again. Oh, for those of you who are very skillful, super talented people who were able to see that thing, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with it, and maybe I'll use your idea for the next thrift store makeover. Okay, now that we've backed up a bit, you can see what's going on here. We've got a whole new set of dessert invention things. The dessert burger, which is another familiar creature. Well, familiar if you've been watching my videos. Again, this was originally a squishy design, and I've also made it in real life. It was surprisingly good. In the middle, we've got a dessert hot dog. So I've switched the hot dog to a banana, and it's topped with whipped cream and a cherry, which sounds disgusting actually. And then I've got some dessert French fries, which I don't know what these could be except for regular French fries. Didn't think that one through. Well, they've got chocolate on them. You know, maybe I need to try actually making all of these things in real life just to test if they actually taste good, because I'm curious. Wait, no. Why am I volunteering myself for that? No, probably shouldn't. And I'm at the point where I'm adding the lovely little sprinkles.
I love sprinkles with my heart.
I know you know this already. They have their own song, for goodness sake. But I'm just saying, not just the look of them, I actually do like the taste of sprinkles. If I go out for ice cream, I get sprinkles, and lots of them. I feel like for most people, sprinkles are just like about an aesthetic. They don't actually like the taste. I hear people say things like,
They're waxy, they're flavorless. Bleh.
I don't know if I just think they're so cute, it tricks me into thinking that they taste good, but I actually think that they taste good. Give me double, give me triple, except those round, like super hard ones. Those are not good. All right, and I'm just adding the last details of this, pulling everything together, and finally, this little painting is done. Now, I do want to do something with the front, but nothing too crazy or detailed. We've already done that. So I went super basic, just colored the middle section with a darker blue, as well as that little handle thing area, and touching that up while the lid crashes open. Scared me half to death. Finally, the top gets a topping. So I just painted on some hot fudge topping, made it look all shiny, and then added some sprinkles. I mean, it's all right. I don't love how the top looks, to be honest, but it doesn't bother me enough to really do anything about it or try to change it. I don't have a better idea for it, really, so it was here to stay. And the last step, I'm adding some glossy varnish to it to make sure that the paint is nice and protected and doesn't get scratched off. And here it is, the final box. I'm quite happy with it. I think it looks very tasty and nice. I had a lot of fun inventing the new dessert foods. I think they look really interesting. I love the colors and the double-sidedness of the box. And here's a demonstration how it opens, because we haven't seen this already. I think instead of recipe cards, maybe I can just use this to store my mini artworks, although I don't have that many, so maybe the collection will grow. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed another thrift store makeover. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!